Investigating the criminal justice system is no small task.
This inquiry covers so much, ranging from the police, ranging from the victims, ranging from prevention and early intervention, and ranging to the judicial appointment and education.
Disadvantage is at the base of criminal offending. It's poverty, it's lack of education, it's intergenerational, it's related to trauma. We know that if you live in disadvantage, even brushing up against the justice system is criminogenic. Right now, we have an enormous number of people on remand.
In order to reduce the number of people incarcerated or on demand, and also to reduce the rates of recidivism, I think early intervention and prevention are the key.
So these are recommendations where we want to see greater funding in keeping kids with their families, so we can protect not only the child but the family as well. Having children being locked up should be at the absolute last resort, and we must do everything to prevent that from happening. We think it's very important that we address the bail system. We need a 24-hour bail system that ensures that people are heard quickly. And our bail system quite often fails our most vulnerable people, whether that's people with disability, the Aboriginal communities.
Multicultural community, the youth, and also the LGBTIQ+. And the government is and will be supporting and funding the police and all the agencies to support those cohorts.
Now, we've made a number of recommendations about trying to keep women in particular out of prison, because we know most of them who are in prison are not only perpetrators, they're also victims.
Victims has been the focus of our government's criminal justice system because those are the people who are impacted the most, and so they need to be understood and supported. And we are recommending that the victims should be further supported.
There are two areas that we'd like to see the Sentencing Act be reviewed for, and one of those is looking at mandatory sentencing. I think the other area is looking at alternatives to imprisonment, so whether that's home detention.
We also need to support those people who are released or are going to be released from the system, so that they can have the appropriate support and they can reintegrate into the society.
We can't manage what we can't measure, and right now we don't know how the cautioning system is working. We don't know what has happened to those people who have received cautions. So we want to see much more investigation and research into cautioning, and also the idea that we should be cautioning far more people rather than pushing them into the justice system.
There will be a lot of lessons to be learned from this.
This has been a very long journey for this inquiry, and so it should be.
There are a lot of submissions there, so many people participated in this inquiry.
So we received 170 submissions.
And we have 8 full days of hearing, and we have traveled as far as Wangaratta.
We met with victims of crime, and some of those people have lost loved ones in the most horrendous and tragic circumstances.
Listening to some of the victims for the story, for the process they have to go through, that has been very heart-wrenching.
We met with people who had lived experience of the prison system, law institutes, legal experts, a multitude of people, and a very broad range, because the justice system affects almost all of us at one time.
I would like to thank all the witnesses,
all of the agencies that were so willing in sharing their information, their research, their stories. The Aboriginal community, their generosity was extraordinary. Kind of out-of-the-box solutions that they had, and their insistence, and quite rightly, that there should be self-determination.
I would also like to thank all the other committee members for their contributions and participation in very important and wide-ranging inquiry.
As you can see, this is a huge report. We go to hundreds of pages.
There are a whole host of recommendations.
This was an enormous body of work.
So I hope that this inquiry and the subsequent report that produced from this inquiry will be of great help, not only for the government, but also for the agencies and some of the organizations, legal services, and also for the wider Victorian public.
I think Victoria should be proud of the types of reports that this Parliament is able to produce, the investigations that we're able to do, and we couldn't do that without extraordinarily hardworking people to achieve what I think is quite a groundbreaking report.